Us, Mr. Vivek Talwar, the Chairman and Managing Director of NITCO. A very good morning, Mr. Talwar. It's a pleasure to have you on board. Thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with us here on ET Now. I want to understand, to begin with, give us some outlook, some color on the JV that the company has entered into. Tell us more about this and what will your role be in this JV specifically?
So we have a large land bank in the MMR in excess of 300 acres, and we are working to cash out the holding that we have built over 20, 30, 40 years. And one such parcel is approximately 40 acres, which we have signed, as you mentioned, with the House of Abhinandan Lodha. And they would be doing a mixed-use development, while our role would be to clear the land. There are all lands, as you might be aware, always have some issues, and we are clearing them. So we signed the MOU, and in the next 3 months, we will give them a clear piece of land after due diligence so that they can commence work. Besides this, we have we have also signed in the past a transaction with Total Environment on 58 acres, which is now going up quite a bit, where the work is about to commence shortly.
Okay, so that's as far as the new agreement is concerned. But Mr. Talwar, morning, Ashesha here. I wanted to understand the agreement in terms of your role in this particular joint venture. Will you be supplying raw material? Are you venturing into real estate? How is the transaction structured? If you can explain for the benefit of our viewers.
We are not builders, we are not developers, we are landowners, and we will restrict our role to land. The land is being handed over to the House of Abhinandan Lodha, who will do all the development, but they will only take over the land from us once it's clear in all respects. So we don't have any further role after we hand over the land to them in a clean condition. Then we just have to wait for the revenues which they will generate when they do the development. And they're a great developer, one of the best in the country, and I'm sure they'll do, and all their projects are very, very high quality.
Okay, got that, Mr. Talwar. Can you also specify on the expected revenue potential? Now, over the period of 5 years, you've mentioned that it's going to be bringing about 1,500 crores to NITCO specifically, but can you give us a breakdown of how much of that are we expected to see come in when, and when is it going to start hitting your books very meaningfully?
The total project is about 2.2 million square feet, which will be villas and apartments, and they're also planning a hotel, I'm told. Our share in the apartments is 30% of the revenue of the top line and 35% in the villas. And they've estimated right now to sell the apartments at 26 or 27,000 rupees a square foot. But Alibaug is only now just taking off. And we hope that, we expect that this will go up way in excess of 30 or even 40,000. But the estimate that we have worked out is based on what the figure of 26,000 or 27,000 rupees a square foot, which will be 4 or 4,500 square feet of the total project, and in which our share would be approximately 1,500 crores. We have received a 9 crore deposit now that we have signed. And at the time of signing the DEF doc and registering the agreements, we will receive a total of 45 crores. And as the project progresses, we will get our share as it goes along. But of course, a lot of the money would also come in later into the project.
Okay, and Mr. Talwar, what about the other land parcels that you have across Maharashtra and Goa? I was just going through your presentation. You have about 445 acres of land. Do you aim to monetize those land parcels as well? And what is the fair market value of this land parcels that you have?
So we are working very hard to clean up the lands and and are talking to various top quality developers to develop all these lands. There, as I mentioned earlier, there are always some issues which we are resolving, and we are not looking to sell the land as it is. These lands are historical lands and bought at very low prices, and our aim is to try to get to maximize our revenue by doing a joint development with top developers, and we hope to be able to increase our revenue many times what we have done with as compared to what we have done with Abhinandan Lodha.
Got that. Mr. Talwar, can you also specify, in fact, can you give us more color on the fair market value of this land bank actually? And also, now that you've gone into this agreement with House of Abhinandan Lodha, are there any similar such agreements that you're eyeing in the near to mid-term or in the possible future? And if so, then what would this land be used for?
So, as I said, we have signed another agreement with Total Environment on a 58-acre parcel, which we are trying to increase to 70 or 80 or even 100 acres, where work will commence shortly. There, the revenue we have is approximately 500 crores. And we have land in Worli, we have land in Virar, we have land in Kanjurmarg, we have land in Thana. Again, we have done a deal with a developer on one of our lands where we are getting 110,000 square feet, which is valued at approximately 100 crores as our share. In Kanjurmarg, we had signed an agreement with Sandeep Runwal of Runwal Developers, where we hope to get about 400 and 450 crores, which had been signed earlier, is being formalized shortly.
Mr. Talwar,
We have about 1.5 acres in Worli, which we have been talking to a very large corporate to try and get a large revenue share there.
Right. I understand that you've already signed several agreements, but Mr. Talwar, we still want answer to that one question. What is the fair market value of all the land parcels combined?
But I don't know whether I should be saying this, or because we need to be disclosing this first to the stock exchange. But it's substantial, as I said, that our revenue is going to be multiples of what we have declared and done with the House of Abhinandan Lodha.
All right. Mr. Talwar, one last question before we let you go. We were just going through your financials before the interview. There has been a lot of volatility when it comes to the bottom line. However, top line growth has been very solid. What kind of revenue growth outlook should we forecast for the next few years?
So we are currently at a top line of 50 crores, and our aim has been to try and grow the top line at 3 to 5% month on month. And we are trying to achieve that, and we are hopeful we will achieve it. And once we reach, this year, we're planning to cross a revenue of 600 crores, and we should then be profitable in our core business. And the next year, and within 2 years, we will easily cross 1,000 crores. So once we do that, we should be reasonably profitable. And then there is no looking back now.
Right. Okay, Mr. Talwar, a revenue of 600 crores for this year and 1,000 crores for the next year. That's definitely a number that we're going to be tracking. Thank you so much for taking out the time to speak with us. It was a pleasure to have you on board.
It's 1,000 crores over the next 2 years, not
next 2 years. Next 2 years, absolutely.